is the main thing.
Because we're going into the temptation part.
Yeah, unfaithfulness, that leads to like the temptations of marriage. Now, we're still learning this, being that we're so young, you know, marriage and how marriage works or whatever, but we were learning that there's like 3 different things that you need to know about to avoid like temptation in marriage. The lure.
Try to lure somebody in.
Yeah, the bait, and then the trap.
Right.
But
yeah,
like for example, a girl can be married and a guy knows about it, but it always seems like, I'm gonna tell you, I know everybody can relate. It always seems like when you're having an issue, correct me if I'm wrong, when you're having an issue with your spouse, somebody always try to come in the picture, and then you feel like, oh well, they're just a friend, maybe I can confide in them, you know what I mean? And it's really a setup.
I'm gonna tell you now.
It's really a setup.
Never confide. I don't care. I know it's a lot of people who's married that say that they can have friends of the opposite sex.
No.
Let me keep it a buck with you.
No.
I know people that are friends with the opposite sex and they're married, and it may be okay, but it's just not a good practice. Okay, honestly. Never try to confide
in the
opposite sex.
Especially when y'all are not on good terms.
That is a bad move, y'all.
9 times out of 10, y'all, it's a trap.
It's a trap.
It's a
trap.
trap.
They're gonna lure you in, and they're gonna throw the bait out there. See if you catch that bait. Because when you try to fight, when you really pissed off or something, tell me if you feel me on this one. If you really pissed off with somebody, and you try to confide in a person of the opposite sex.
That's when you're weak.
Yeah, you're weak. And in your mind at that time, your spouse, you think the worst of them at this point. Mm-hmm. At this point, you think the worst of them. And then it's like the person you confide in is the angel that God sent down from heaven.
Yeah.
That's how it will feel.
And then when you speak the situation that y'all going through, he or she gonna tell you everything that you want to hear, and you can be like, yeah, you understand. Like that's exactly how I feel. But it's really not the case. And then next thing you know, they're making a move, and you're falling into it. You're falling for the trap.
And it's a wrap.
And it's really on purpose. And then you end up making a mistake that you didn't want to do. And then you either tell a lie or you tell the truth. If you tell a lie, you got to tell another lie to back that up. Then another lie, then another lie. And then it becomes a history of you lying.
And next thing you know, you done messed up. Temptations of marriage. Also, definitely. But we've been through some stuff, man. And I'm trying to tell you, we know what we talking about.
As far as like temptations in marriage,
don't be too friendly with people.
Don't be too friendly.
Be friendly, but if you get, of course we all be friendly, but if you be too friendly and it turns into flirtatious, you know what I'm saying, type of vibes, then you could be opening the door to be in a situation. And we're all human, and we all know, you know, not to put ourselves in certain situations. You know, keep it respectful, you know what I'm saying, and always have it in your mind, would my spouse approve of this, you know what I'm saying?
Like if they knew.
Yeah, if they knew, if she was watching me, could I do this comfortably?
Yeah.
You know, you gotta think about that. And also it's about your mind, because like she said earlier, we're not like the best, we're not super religious, and we're not like the best people. You know, the Bible says, like, basically, I'm gonna just put in my words, if you think about cheating on your spouse, or if you look at a woman, like say if I look at a woman and I'm looking at her body or something like that, and I'm fantasizing over it or thinking something crazy in my head, I've already cheated in my heart. Mm-hmm. It's already adultery. You already committed it. And that's how serious it is. If it's in your mind and you visualize and you doing all that, that's what the Bible says. It says you already committed adultery. If you're not receiving something from your spouse that you think you should receive, no matter how hard it is. And that's one thing that was brought up in, you know, that we have talks with like our pastor and stuff, is no matter how hard it is, you know, you need to express it and make sure that your spouse is your best friend, and you leave very little room for temptation.
Your biggest karma can be who you end up with.
Yeah, you need to be with someone who wants the best for you.
Let that settle in.
Yeah. You have to be physically attracted to your spouse, and you need to meet each other's needs. You know, because that helps the situation.
And y'all may not think, oh, why does that matter in temptation? It does, because remember, like, if he's slacking and not doing something that he know that I need or I like or I want, you can potentially try to look for it in somebody else. But and that's why they say love languages are important.
Yeah, to love your spouse in her language or in his language. But you do have to have the type of love, and that's why communication is important.
Yeah.
You gotta have the type of love if your spouse is not giving you what you need, that type of love to still love them the same and to not look elsewhere and to be able to communicate that with the other one.
Right.
But we're all human.
That's what I'm saying.
And we all have flesh.
That's what I'm saying.
So,
we're all human. You know, you shouldn't make that mistake, but people do make mistakes.
People
or bad choices.
Emotions can run you into a pit if you let it. Yeah. So that's why communication is so important. Don't get so emotionally disturbed that you make a mistake or you get tempted by something. Because if you get tempted, there's always room. So you need to avoid temptation.
We've been together for 10 some years.
We learned a lot of this through experience and also counseling. We've had counselings.
Y'all, if y'all knew half the stuff we've been through, I feel like y'all's mouth would drop.
So we ain't telling you just to be telling you.
No. We're not perfect. We're just like any other marriage. You fight, you make up, but it's a lot of attention out there, and people don't care. People do not care if you're married. You can honestly say, no, I'm married or whatever, and try to be faithful, but people do not care, and that's the disrespect.
They don't care.
They don't care.
Ain't no morals. People ain't got morals no more. They don't care. They don't have respect for married people.
It's like marriage don't even...
Especially in our age.
Yeah, strong marriages don't even exist much no more. Loyalty, faithfulness, none of that don't exist much no more. People either have like an open relationship where you're married and you still get to be free and stuff, and they feel like they can still do whatever they want. It's no type of respect. None whatsoever. And that's why we were saying, you know, friends is a big factor.
Gotta
you
be
know,
yeah.
Your love language, the things that you're doing for each other.
When you be with somebody for a while and for so many years, you know, you have to keep it, you know, you have to keep everything tight, keep it live, you know, do what you can just to keep surprising each other, keep doing things for one another like you used to.
The love, you still feel in love, you still feel like day one. When y'all first met each other, it's still live. But thank you so much for the great idea. We really appreciate it. That was really good, because it's crazy how you said that. We have so much knowledge in it. But y'all, thank y'all for watching this video.
Thank you. Follow our Instagram. Sales Family
underscore. Follow our Instagram. If you guys like the video, like, comment what y'all think. Comment what y'all think. Comment opinions, anything. We also got like a important event coming up.
Yep.
What's our event? Y'all,
you wanna tell them now?
No, don't tell them, but like tell them what's Saturday.
Oh, well, Saturday is our wedding anniversary. Go us. Well, 6 years Saturday.
6 years married.
Married.
How long you been together?
It'll be 11 together.
11 years together all together.
6 years.
Oh!
Don't remind me.
I'm kidding. Give me a kiss. Alright, y'all.
Yeah, but our anniversary is Saturday, so congratulations to us.
I know.
And we'll be doing our wedding anniversary thing on Saturday. We ain't making no more babies.
But we are gonna enjoy ourselves.
Definitely.
Alright, y'all. Go up there and hit the camera.
Peace.